Hello everybody, welcome to Fish with Bish. We're here at the new venue for us called BROOKEND, which is in Kidderminster. I'm going to put the address up here for you. We've already had a couple of hours fishing because I wanted to make sure it was all okay and how things are, and it's a really nice venue. It's quite a natural venue. You've got some great stuff to fish too. As you can see, we've got some lily pads. Spartacus is back on the bank. There's nothing more wild or natural than that, I've got to tell you. But yeah, you've got some nice reeds to fish too. We've got the lily pads to fish too. I'm just off to this side here in the corner. Obviously Dad's there. We've been catching all morning, and the quality of the fish, they are really good. They're pristine condition. This first lake apparently is the stock lake, and the bottom lake is, which I'll give you some pictures of a little bit later, and the bottom lake is where most of the bigger fish are. But on this lake here, this is where we've got a lot of the smaller fish. I say smaller, but they're still a decent size and good quality. I've had some strange fish this morning. I've had an eel, which is the first time I've had an eel in a long time, about £3. So it's quite long. Luckily it came off before I could get it in. But what we're going to do on this video is we're going to show you how I approach a lake or a fishery that I've never fished before. So we're going to take a look at that. So let's go back to the previous me from last night, as opposed to the future me, which is me now, and we'll see what's going on. Thank you very much. Hi guys, welcome to Fish with Bish. I'm in the workshop, currently making a few floats, possibly take them with me tomorrow. Thank you to the future me who's on the bank at BROOKEND. So I hope it's nice down there. I'm sure it's going to be. This video's sort of how do I approach going to a new venue as a pleasure fisherman, not as a matchman, because it's quite straightforward. In a way, being a matchman, I don't want to belittle it at all, but if you're a matchman, what happens is you look at the results and you look at what pegs are divvying out the results. If you're a pleasure angler, I do that as well, because that will give you the hot spots on the lake, or what particular lake you want to fish. But as a pleasure angler, and if you're sort of looking for a mixed bag, that kind of thing, the best way you can find out about a new venue is I think there's 4 main ways that you can find out. So it's word of mouth. People who've been there before, that's perfect, and they sort of give you the best place on the lake to be normally, what fish are in there. It's better than looking at a website or whatever, because a website will always say there's this species in this lake, this species in this lake, and give you approximate highest weights normally. So like there's £30 carp in this one, £15 carp, up to 15 in this one. But obviously word of mouth is much better, and going on from that, word of mouth, sort of same kind of thing, is Facebook. Look at Facebook, look for that venue in Facebook, and sometimes, as with BROOKEND, which was absolutely bang on, thanks to everybody at BROOKEND who answered my questions. I just threw a few questions out: what's in what lake, which is the best lake to fish, and do you know what I mean, and where, and that kind of thing. Got some great answers of some people. I spoke to a gentleman called Chris who works there, who gave me a little bit of an idea of what's where and everything like that. Quite a few people answered me on the Facebook page. I will put the Facebook page sort of up here so you can have a quick look at what I'm talking about. Also on the internet, if they've got a website, if it gives you an idea of what baits, rules, regulations that they run to. A lot of commercial fisheries are basically the same. except for there's little nuances on what baits you can use and things like that. Basically that's because size of the water, depth of the water, what's in that lake and things like that, whether they get bothered by ducks and things like that, having bred off the surface. So it's always a good idea. So I tend to go word of mouth, ask around for a local fishery obviously. I then look at the Facebook, see if there's a Facebook group, join the Facebook group, and then you can add some of your pictures in and stuff like that. People always want to see pictures from that venue. So thirdly, website, look at the website. That'll give you the rules, the regulations, the address, all those kind of things. Sometimes a map of the pools, what pools are there, what's in each pool. Fourthly, I look at YouTube. I'm not just saying that because that's what I do, but there's other YouTube creators out there who are going to these venues and creating videos. Also there's guys who are, they're not doing I say a proper YouTube video, but they're uploading their day out at a certain venue. Put it in there, find it, you're laughing really, because it gives you an idea and a true idea of what these places are like. And sorry, fifthly, another one is I always look on Google Maps. Always have a look on Google Maps, because website could be out of date, that kind of thing. And I also have a look, because I'm taking my dad with me as well, because I'm taking Spartacus, cut to Spartacus, because I'm taking Spartacus with me, it tends to be, I need to make sure that I can either A, get the car close to the peg, B, it's not a huge jaunt, and C, there needs to be a toilet basically. So, you know, I mean, in no way am I disrespecting my father in this way, but it's just obviously if you're taking someone who's a bit older, or they've got restricted movement or restricted access, restricted movement basically, you know, what you need to do is make sure that you can actually get to the pegs. And while I'm on this subject, I think some commercials are missing out a little bit here. And I think they need to take a look at possibly 3 or 4 pegs that are easy to get to. You could get a car to, the wider pegs, you could get a wheelchair on, or you can have 2 people fishing side by side, which will also help not only for the people with disabilities, but it'll also help when you're taking a youngster with you, because the pegs sometimes are a bit tight to get on. If you could just make them just that little bit larger, so you could get 2 chairs, a chair and a box maybe, that would be brilliant. But that's just something, a pet thing of mine, that I just think we need to open it up to more people. So if you can hear the tip tapping, there's a dog come down to see who I'm talking to. So, but no, thanks very much. Back to me on the bank. I've been waffling on, and no, but back to me on the bank. So remember these 5 things. You want word of mouth, you want Facebook, you want the internet. And while I'm on the internet, another one as well, while I'm on the internet, look to see if there's any reviews. Look to see on the right hand side, sometimes if you put them in, it'll have what Google says about the fishery, but it'll also have a little section underneath, it's got reviews. Now I think on this one, I think there was about 23 reviews. I looked at them all, and they were all pretty good reviews. So there you go. So anyway, where did we get to? We got to web, then we go to YouTube, and then Google Earth, and then you can see exactly whether you can get a car behind, because sometimes if it's been taken on a decent fishing day, you can normally see if the car's parked behind a peg and that kind of thing. So thanks very much for watching Fish with Bish. I'll be back at the end of the video just to close the video out. So thank you very much. Welcome to the workshop, by the way. Doing some videos soon about my own pole floats and creating them. I'm also give you a tour, which will probably take about 10 seconds because it's not that big, and I'll show you the more studio type area down the bottom, which is currently under major work. But let me just show you this very quickly. Obviously we've got the board up there with the tools. I've got my all the boxes and everything. There we go. Yeah, video coming soon, guys. Right, guys, this is my normal approach to most venues, but especially when you're talking about a venue I've never been to before. So I always, you know me, I always buy the fishery pellets, but they don't sell fishery pellets here. As I say, pretty natural venue, very relaxed here at Brookend. So what I've done is I've bought my own micros with me, green swim stim micros and green swim stim pellets. I've got chopped luncheon meat, I've got corn, I've got worms, and this little round pot here, that's chopped worm there, and obviously maggots, because maggots will catch everything, including these guys if you're not careful. So what I do is, when I actually turn up at a venue, never fished before, you have a quick wander around the lake, you have a look, and then I straight away start picking out the features that I'm thinking might be okay. So looking at this spot here, I've got reeds off to the right of me, reeds to the left of me, and I've got obviously the pads in front. The pads is where I caught the eel. Literally, it was the strangest bite, and it felt like I'd actually foul up to fish. So you got that thump as if it's the thump of the tail, but obviously it's not. It's a big slimy, eely, wormy, snaky thing. And as I say, I got it very close in, got himself snarled up on these reeds, luckily enough, and came off. So that's the first thing I look for. The second thing I look for is like the easiest place to actually get to. You listen to what the people say who work here. I spoke to a guy called Chris this morning, who's who actually runs the fishery. He's a mine of information. Well done, Chris. Thank you very much. I also joined yesterday, as you saw on previous me, as opposed to me who's future me. I actually joined the Facebook group for this fishery. Always a good idea if you can. If they've got a Facebook group, join, ask questions. People are always willing to help you out and tell you what's in what lake. As I say, this is what they call the stock lake, or the top lake, and the bottom lake is there. Bottom lake is the one that's got all the much bigger fishing. Been talking to a guy on the corner here, fishing on the corner. He's had a great morning. He's caught I think an £8 and £14 since I've been here, and he's having a great day. I've been fishing here and I've caught loads and loads of perch, nearly up to £1. As I say, the eel, loads of bream, some lovely rudd as well, and roach. And Dad's been doing the same, to be honest. Dad's doing his usual and fishing with his maggots, but it's nice to have my wingman back, to be honest. So just going back to the fact of fishing a new venue for me, as I say, always set up the same. Set up my poles. I've got 3 poles. I've got a medium, a light and a heavy. So I've got a heavy for later on. The ducks think I'm packing up now, so they're down here. Those little guys down there, let's see if we can see them. They think I've packed up already, so they're trying to get all the bits, but no, I haven't. So yeah, thanks for watching Fish with Bish. Please hit the bell, hit the subscribe. Let's get some fish on camera, eh? Come on, let's go. Right, so I've obviously been fishing for quite a while, so I've fed directly in front, down to the right, down to the left. I've been feeding chopped worm into the middle, and it's quite deep, to be honest. It's a good, I'd say 5 foot deep where I'm fishing. I was fishing very close to the lily pads, but I've got dragged into there at least 3 times. The fish here are pretty wily, guys, to be honest, so just be aware that they do know where the snags are. Obviously you put your life in your, well, you don't put your life in your hands, you know what I mean. You put yourself at risk, you're fishing at risk if you fish close to the reeds. Just show you the rig. 4x14 float. It's one of my own, it's one I've made myself. Video coming soon, guys. There's some bulk shot just below, and then just down by the hook length is a number 11 drop out, just to drop it down. The thing is, with the worms and everything anyway, there's quite a bit of weight there, to be fair. So let's get out. What I am going to do is I am going to feed. So as I say, I've got some chopped worm already chopped up, mixed in with a bit of the peat that the worms came in. That's where I'm fishing, if you can see that. Just put another one out with some maggots as well. Just had a beautiful crucian there of about £2. The reason we didn't get the cameras out, I've got to be honest, guys, it's just fishing laziness. It's because I wanted to get in on here. So oh, here we go. Get out of it. Especially when we move into the margins. There we are, we're in. Not particularly big. There we are, and the worms coming out. It's still on, as per usual, using the banded method. So we've got ourselves a little silver brain. There he is, guys. Beautiful silver dollar. Very, very silver, very, very slightly also. So let's get him back in. Let's get back out of there. But yeah, these are floats I've made myself, guys. There's a video coming soon on doing it. They will be given away as prizes. Pretty close to 700 subscribers, which is quite amazing, really, for such a fly-by-night pleasure fishing channel. I appreciate every single person that watches a video, by the way, guys. Thank you. What have we got here? We've got ourselves a roach here. No, it looks like a rudd. Looks like an half decent rudd. No, it's only small, half decent. No, it is a roach. And the worms come out again. Not going to bother moving the camera around, guys. But there he is, little roach. Let's get him back in. Right, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to rest that swim, because obviously not much is happening there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rest that swim, and I'm going to move into this swim down here, off to my left hand side. I'm still feeding meat off to the right, which I'll be moving into a bit later on. So I'm going to change this rig over. And as I say, I'm going to carry on feeding that over there. I'm changing it to pellets, because there will be fish there already that have been attracted by the worms and the maggots and stuff. So it might pique the interest of some carp or whatever. So right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap this over now. Take this off. benefit of having a banded hook is that I can just swap it straight over. Let's see if we can pick up something down here in the edge. This isn't a banded rig on this one, guys. This is little margin float there. Again, one I've made myself with a size 16 barbless hook on, and we're just going to drop 2 maggots on, and we'll see if we can pick anything up. If any perch show up, what I will do is I'll swap to the chop worm. In actual fact, I'm going to put 3 maggots on. Do you know what, guys? This isn't a 16 hook, this is an 18 hook. Thinking about it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to load this down here. Tiny little perch. I'm having so much fun here. Right, proper raining now, guys. I'm going to have to put the camera away again. Here we are, nice roach. Sorry guys, I have to keep turning the camera off, it's pouring down the rain. I just thought if we could get this guy in so you can have a look. There we are. There it is, guys. Sorry, not being able to focus, but lovely roach. Right, let's get him back in. Unfortunately, due to the weather, and me not getting the cameras out on time, not much footage today, guys, but I've just been catching and catching and catching. It's been one of those fun, taking you back to being a kid kind of days. Right, I'm gonna have to turn you off and cover you up again, sorry. Oh, that came off. Let's see what we've got here. With a nice roach. I might be fishing slightly over depth here. There he is. Yeah, I think I'm fishing slightly over depth, so I'm gonna change my depth slightly. Not much, just a little bit. Oh, hello. For a bit of out there. Got this time. Lovely little rod. Tiny little rod. This is, I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of canal fishing. Small hooks, small baits, small fish. But I have had much bigger fish this morning, but obviously couldn't get the cameras out because of the rain. I wish I'd have got that eel on camera. It's been ages since I've had an eel. Probably about 10-15 years since I caught an eel. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching Fish with Bish. Hope you enjoyed that little video. Not as much fishing action as I would have liked. My own fault. I was having such a good time. Thought this will carry on, and then all of a sudden it started pouring down the rain, and it was too late to get the cameras out. Then I had to get them out, put them back in, get them back out. Oh. It's the bane of my life, the weather. But no, thanks very much for watching Fish with Bish. Please hit the subscribe, hit the like button. You know it makes sense. You don't want to miss any more of this, do you? Coming soon, that video, making your own pole floats. But thanks very much for watching. Cut. That's a wrap, everybody. It's only me here. I do it all. See you later, guys. Bye.